Hi, good morning, students. Today we're going to see about an OS subject. We're going to solve some gate questions on the topic CPU scheduling. Okay, based on the primitive shortest job first scheduling. This is one of the scheduling method. So from this topic, we have to solve this problem. So what is meant by shortest scheduling and what is meant by primitive shorter scheduling we're going to first analyze and then only we able to solve the problem. So what is we know that there's a shortest job for scheduling. The name itself, we have some hint. Okay, shortest job first. That is a minimum amount as going to completed its task first. This is shortest job first scheduling. This is we note. Okay. So what does mean preemptive? The word preemptive. So SJF, that is your shortest job first. SJF has two versions, preemptive version and non-preemptive version. Okay. If the shortest remaining, that is a shortest job first algorithm in preemptive, without name, any name they are mentioning, then we have the clue to solve the problem based on non-preemptive version method. Okay. So in preemptive SGF scheduling, jobs are put in a ready queue as they come. That is, when they arrive, the jobs are put in a ready queue. Your process with shortest burst time begins execution first. Okay, so which process have the smallest time, shortest time, it will begin its execution. If a process with even a shorter burst time arrives, okay, so even if the current process removed or preempted from the execution, that is current process running. Okay, that is a shortest problem, that is process running currently. It's okay. If in the meanwhile any other process arriving, okay, so if you have to we have to compare the both the process. Current process burst time is lesser than our coming process, that is arrive process burst time is lesser than, we have to check. So which one have the smallest amount of time, we have to execute that one. So, if for example, if the current process execution time is 10, but arrival time is 5 milliseconds, then the current process is removed or preempted from its execution. So, the shortest job which is arrived is executed now. Okay, this is called a preemptive SDF version. Now, got the point of what is meant by preemptive version. Okay, so here my question is given, that is a process, all the three process and the arrival time, burst time is given. Okay, so for this we have to calculate the average waiting time for the three process. So option is given. Here my from this question my answer is 5.0. Okay, 5.0 millisecond is my answer. So how we can calculate is explained in the slide. Okay, so first we have to put a Gantt chart. So what are the scheduling we're going to solve? First, we're going to put the Gantt chart. Next, only we get the waiting time and turnaround time. Okay, now the P0 is entered. It exit at the 1 millisecond. Now look at this. What 1 millisecond? We have two process P0, P0 and P1 is at arrived at a 2 millisecond. That is a 1 millisecond. Like two process will be there. So which process we going to take now? That's the question here. So that's the question. Whether P0 are entered in a queue or P1 is entered in a queue. So that's why P0 uh, bus time, that is already served for 1 millisecond, that now this bus time is 8. So P0 have 8 millisecond, P1 need to complete 4 millisecond. Which one have smallest burst time here? 4. But currently it execute P0. Now by comparing the two process, P1 is smaller version. That's one. P0 in printed and P1 will entered in a queue. Right. That's why P0 is printed or waited. Okay, stop from execution. P1 will entered. So P1 will now 4 millisecond it will served. So 4 plus 1, 5 it will exit. After that P0 and P2, two processes there. Okay. Now P0 and P2. Now we are going to decide. P0 will have to enter in a queue or P2 we have to enter in a queue. What is the P0 millisecond? That is the P0 millisecond is 8. P2 is 9. So here which one is smaller? P0. That's why P0 is entered here. Next P2 is entered. So after this Gantt chart, we have to calculate the waiting time. Right. So waiting time. So for waiting time for P0, P0 waits for 4 milliseconds and P1 waits for 0 milliseconds. So P1 does not wait for anything. That's why P1 is 0 and P0 as 4 and P2 as 11. So 4 plus 0 plus 11, totally we have 15. So 15 divided by total number of process, 3 process. So 15 divided by 3, 5. Right. 15 divided by 3, 5. So 5 millisecond is my answer. Right. So my option is A. Okay, wow. So that is A option, 5 millisecond is now chosen as the solution. So before we going to solve any problem, we must analyze the which algorithm is there as, and after that what are the given data they are given, and what is the question we going to solve. These three things we have to analyze and we have to write in a paper. Then going to solve the problem. So here the shortest job for scheduling is given. Okay, so something if it is happening in so many gate question, they are mentioned right shortest job first, and some students are doing practically they are. I don't know why they are doing, but it is they are implemented in preemptive version. So by default, they are mentioned. If it is they are mentioned means then we have to solve in preemptive. Otherwise, by default we must do in a non-preemptive version. So non-preemptive version is very simple. That is there is no choice. Okay, once the process is entered, this shortest process is entered. Okay, that for example, P1 is entered, shortest job is entered. Okay, then only after completing this job, then only next job will entered. Okay, so meanwhile there is no alt or no switch over between the process. Once it the shortest job selected, it first exit. Next only next shortest will be chosen and it will exit. Okay, this is one of the difference between preemptive and non-preemptive. Here, the another question is they're asking here. This is one of the different questions from the previous question. That is here, three processes are given, right? So here the three burst time is given. Okay, for all the three process, burst time is given, and here we have to calculate shortest remaining time first. That is SRTF. Shortest remaining time first. This is the difference, uh, small change, small difference between SJF and SRTF. Okay, moreover, it is same. Okay, both the algorithms are same, but the small change. Shortest job first and shortest remaining time first. So in shortest remaining term first, so the processor will choose the process which are very closest to execute or very closest to the complete the job that choice is given to that process. This is the one of the important method in your scheduling algorithm. Here we're going to calculate the uh, idle time, CPU idle time. So what is mean by idle time? That is idle means the CPU does not do anything. It just idle for some more minute or it's wait the halt. Does not work for some more minute. That percentage we need to calculate from this question. Okay, so my answer is 10.6. Here, we're going to calculate how this values calculator. So for all the three process, 10, 20, 30, the given value I'm written here. And CP burst time 7, 14, 21. So that's percentage. So percentage wise, we have to uh, write the value and the table column is given, right? So here my question is that here for 0 to 2, no process will arrive because at 2 millisecond only P1 is entered. So first 2 millisecond CPU is idle. Okay, next and so forth. They are P1 and then P2 and finally P3 is completed. Okay, and finally for last three also idle. This is last three. That is first two and last three is idle. So here we're going to calculate percentage of idle time. So 2 plus 3, 5 divided by total number of clock cycle is 47. So 5 by 47 into 100. We get directly my answer is 10.638. So that's why my option from this question B is my answer. Right. So this is the problem based on the SRTF algorithm. So from this topic we solve so many. This problems also is very simple one. Here priority scheduling is calculated. So priority scheduling, the priority. So which the highest priority is taken first, and then second priority and third priority. But until the arrival time is, if it is it's coming near, then the process will be taken their place. Okay, so this is the priority scheduling, and for this priority scheduling, here we're going to calculate the average turnaround time and the average waiting time. Okay, so this is some of the problems we have seen from the CPU scheduling algorithms. Scheduling, so many scheduling algorithms we are discussed, that is covers under the process management. Now we're going to see about the page replacement algorithm, which is also under the topic CPU scheduling. Okay, so so many page replacement algorithms are there. So before we see about page replacement, we have to understand what is page and what is the page fault in OS. Okay, so so that's a main concept before we have to understand. Okay, so Page fault. What does mean by page fault? Normally, paging is a memory allocation technique. So, the paging, the process of divided into several pages, these pages are stored in different frames of the main memory. Okay, so when a page referenced by the CPU is not found in the main memory. Okay, so that is that needed pages not found, that is not available in main memory. So this process, this event will called it as a page fault. Okay, that is needed page which is not in available in a main memory. Okay, there is a page fault. Okay, when page fault is occurs, the required page has to be fetched from the secondary memory into the main memory. Right. So in main memory there is no page. So we have to fetch some more page from the secondary memory. Okay. So this is the process of page fault. Okay. So now we come into the page replacement. So page replacement. So page replacement is a process of swapping of that is existing page from the main memory and replacing it with required page. So already we told that is some pages we are fetched from the secondary to main and main to secondary. So the swapping will be done. So this swapping we call it as a page replacement. Okay, so this mapping, which page need to be replaced and which need to be goes out. So this algorithm, so this process will done by the algorithm page replacement algorithm. So which will decide which page must be swapped out and which page from main memory and to create a room for incoming page. Okay, so first understand page fault. So there is no page in your main memory. We add main pages from the secondary memory. So the swapping will be done in the concept of page replacement. So main memory and secondary memory, there is a swapping. Okay, so this swapping can be done by the algorithm, page replacement algorithm. So there are 5 replacement algorithms available. FIFO, that is first in, first out. So this technique, FIFO page replacement algorithm and lost in, first out page replacement algorithm, least request use, that is LRU based replacement algorithm and optimal page replacement algorithm and random page replacement algorithm. These are the 5 page replacement algorithms. Okay, so we're going to solve some problems from this algorithms. So frequent questions from they are asked this FIFO. Wait 1 second. So the frequent is FIFO, LRU, and optimal. These are the 3 techniques we have. We face some problems or problem oriented and that is MCQ questions mostly asked from this topic, this techniques, right? So first we have to see the read the question first. So here consider your main memory with 5 page frames and the following sequence of page references. Okay, so page references are given. So this is a numerical problem, okay, which is under the page replacement method. So page reference is given. So which one of the following is true with respect to page replacement policies? First in, first out, and least recently used, that is LRU. So here given, So here given FIFO algorithm and LRU algorithm we need to use, and the page difference also given. Okay, page replacement also given here. And the page slot. So that is a page slot is 5 page frames. Okay, so these are the given ideas. We have to find out. So FIFO, how many page fault, and LRU, how many page fault. So from this, we have to design both acquire same number of page fault. FIFO incurs 2 more page fault. So from this 4 option, we have to choose any one. So this is the questions which is asked in GATE 2015. Okay. So now we have to solve this question by FIFO method, that is first in first out method. Okay. Now we have to understand. So how many page fault we have to analyze this one. So here so 5 page frames and reference strings is given here 38239 and 163. These are the page difference. Okay. Here 5 page 5 frames or 5 slots. So in questions they are given 5 slots. So that's why 5 slot is there. So initially all the slots are empty, right? So initially all the slots are empty. That's why I'm here. I'm put like empty slots with no more page fault. Okay. Now, so here first in first out page replacement algorithm and LRD page replacement algorithms are used. So first we have to understand what is FIFO. The name itself we know that is first in first out means the first priority. The priority will given to the first which one is insert first. Okay, that is the when we need to replace the old one, we have to choose the oldest page that has been present in your memory for the longest time. Okay, so very, very simple method. So when we have choice to make any replacement with the old one, we have to pick the old one. That is old, which one is entered first that have to be replaced. Okay, this is a first in first one, page replacement algorithm. And LRU, that is least recently used. The page is replaced that has not referred by the CPU for the long time, long time or longest time. Okay, wow. So this is the LRU page replacement algorithm. So first we have to solve by uh, FIFO method. So here all the string is given here. So I am first initially when 3 comes, okay, when 3 comes, so what the 3 will be placed and on the first frame. Okay, wow. So the 3 is placed in your main memory. Okay, so then I'm looking at the second string 8. So 8 also I'm insert at the second slot. Okay, so then 2. Okay, wow. 2 pages come. So next, this 2 will be placed on the third slot. Okay, wow. So here it is the 3 was not available in the memory. So this will be um, inserted at the first time. Okay, next 3 will come. Okay, but next 3 will come, but it is already available. Okay, but 3 pages already available in your first slot. Okay, so that is here So there is no need to replace this 3. Okay, there is no need to fill this 3. Okay, so 3 is already in first slot. Second, I will look at the ninth, that is next page 9. So when I look at this page slot, that is 5 page slot, the 9 is not present in a main memory. So I will place in a fourth slot. Fourth is empty. So in fourth slot, I will place a ninth page. Okay, next I will look at the next one, 1. So 1 is also not available. So I will place in 1. So here all the 5 slot is filled. So now, so hereafter whatever the page is coming, see I am going to replace. Okay, so I position to replace the oldest one. Okay, so here the first in first out algorithm. So what happened next? Next page is 6 is coming here. Okay, so I look at this page frame. 6 not present here, so I must place 6th page. So here my algorithm is first in first out. So in this 5 pages, which one is entered first? So it is easy. So third, 3 is entered very long. That is first in beginning 3 only entered. So that's why that this 3 is replaced by the sixth one. Right. So 6 is replaced here. Okay, here already 3 is available. 3 is now replaced. 3 is not available now. So 6 is replaced in the place of 3. Okay, so next I will look at the next one, 3. Okay, so when I need to insert here third, so here, so same thing. So here I look at this one, so which is inserted first. So 6 now only I am placed here. Okay, so after this, this 8 will be placed on the initially. That is a first in first out order. It will placed in the initial stage. Okay, so next this 8 will be replaced. So 8 is replaced by this new page 3. Okay, so next look at the next page, that is 8. So next page 8 will come here. So 8, so what happened? So 8 is replaced in the place of 2. Here already 2 is available. Okay, that is initially 2 is available. So now that this 2 is replaced by the new page 8. Okay, next I'm looking at the 9, but 9 already present. Here 9 is already present at the fourth slot, so there is no need to fill the fourth page, ninth page. So these 9 pages, no need to fill it because this 9 is already present here. Okay, so next I'm look at the third. Okay, so the next one, that is a 3 will come here. So also 9 is also present in the second slot. So I am look at this 5 slot, 3 is already present. So that's why 3 also no need to placed. Okay. So next I'm look at the next one, 6. 6 also already present in a first slot. Okay. This 3 is already presented in the 5 slots. In 5 slot, any 3 places, this 3 is present. So there is no need to replace these pages. Okay. Next, I'm look at the next one, 2. So 2, so the in fourth page, in fourth before in fourth place, 9 is initially placed. That's why this 9 is now replaced by 2. Okay. Next, 1. So 1 is already placed in this pages. That is a frames already. 1 is available in your main memory. So no need to swapping. So 1 is no need. So again, I'm checking with 3. Okay. 3 also available, already available. Okay, here. So which one we marked in here? Red column. Okay, wow. So this is a page fault when we are replaced with the old one, and when we the two choices there, when we first inserted and when we replaced with the one, that's called a page fault. So here in this property we have, so 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pages or in the column of page fault. That is, we have to replace or entered in the initial term. That's why this page number of page fault is 9. Okay, wow. This is for FIFO. So FIFO page fault is 9. Okay, next, saying like this, we have to see for LRU method, least recently used method. So LRU least recently used method. So again, this first, okay, so first 1, 3, 8, 2. So these 3 are entered directly. Okay, wow. So next 3 will I'm look to insert a 3, but 3 is already presented. That's why 3 is not need no need to replace. That's why I'm mark it as a green column. Okay, and then I'm look at the 9. So 9 is not present. So 9 will be placed on the fourth frame. Okay, next. So 1. So 1 is also not present. So 1 will be replaced here. So first 5 slot is filled now. Next time look at the 6th. Next, that is a 6th, next position 6. Okay, ma'am. 6, we have need to fill, but there is no space because already 5 slot already filled. Already filled. So now 6 need to be replaced. Here, the what the algorithm is least recently used. That is, in which pages not used for longest time. Okay, wow. 3 is 1 is now only inserted, 9 is now only inserted, 3 is already replaced. That is first time we inserted, but now second time also we have to replace this one. Right. So next we need to insert the 6th page. That is 6th page. Yeah, we need to insert it. Right. The 6th page we need to insert it. So 8 is not used for longest time. That's why the 6 is now replaced at the position of 8th. That is a second slot. 8 is replaced with the new number 6. Okay. So new number is now inserted here. Next 3 is also in here present. Okay, no need to present here 3. Next time, look at the eighth page. Okay, so eighth page, I'm here 8 is not presented, but here the what number is not used for longest time. That is here 9 is not 9 is not used longest time. So here 8 will be replaced here. Okay, next same like this 3, 6, 2, 1, 3. Everything is replaced, and our page fault. So total number of page fault is 9. So this is total number of page fault for LRU method is 9. So least is recently used method LRU 9. So before FIFO also 9, LRU also 9. So here we need to choose the answer. So in this four option, so correct. The first read out the all four option. Both same both in the same number of page fault. Yeah, this is correct. Because FI also 9 and LRU also 9. So both are equal. So option A is okay. So when we have when the need to choose the answer, we have to solve the method, solve this number, that is a page fault algorithm in terms of both FIFO and LRU method. Then only we get the idea, that is we get the solution. Okay. So this is the important and frequent question. Okay, next. So next, second question. Read out the second question here. Assume that there are three page frames. So here page frames, that is slot or page frames given is three page frames, which are initially empty if the page reference string. So page reference string is given. Okay, the number of page fault using the optimal page replacement policy. So how many page fault we have acquired in by using this optimal replacement policy? Okay, we need to find out this number of page fault. Okay, so before starting this, we need to understand what is optimal replacement policy in a page replacement algorithm, right? So here the given idea, from given data, I'm writing this three page frames and the strings and three slots, right? Here we have to understand the optimal page. So optimal page replacement algorithm replace the page that will not referred by the CPU in the future for the longest time. So it will predict the future for page will enter. Okay, the CPU will predict the future for the longest time. So which pages for not come for the longest time, then we have to replace that one. But it is practically impossible to implement this algorithm because always the future pages is not known in a initial stage, because the strings and the reference string is coming in the not in a order. Okay, so whatever the number comes in here, in that one way only. So we cannot predict which one will become next and which one will come third, and we can't predict this. So that's why it is not practically impossible. But however, it is a base known algorithm, because by using this algorithm, there is a least number of page faults we have get. So this is a good one, but it is not practically cannot be implemented. Okay, this is the optimal page replacement algorithm. So by using this method, we have to find out the page fault. Okay, so first the initial three frames. So all the frames are empty in initial stage. That's why this 1, 2, 3 are 1, 2, 3 are inserted frames initially without no problem. Okay, so without no choice, the three pages are filled up. Now my problem when the fourth page is coming. Okay, so here we have to replace this 4 by this 1, 2, 3. So then look at the future thing. That is a future thing we have to look at here. 2 will comes nearly, that is in second position 2 will need to come, and 1 have to come after the 2. So 2, 1, choice to come after in future. Okay, so 1 2 no choice. So 3 have to replace here. So 3 is 4 is replaced in the third slot. Okay, so 3. So in the 3 place here we have to insert 4 to 1. Okay, so next I'm going to fill out this 1. So when this 1 page is coming up, so that is already 1 is present here. So there is no need to insert here 2 and 1. Both 2 and 1 is already present. That's why this 2 is marked as in green column. Next to 5 page is coming here. So I'm look at this 1 to 4, this already page frame. So I'm looking here 3, okay, but 2 is next in future it will come, and 4 also future it will come. So 1 is not yet coming in future. That's why this in the place of 1. So in the place of 1, I'm going to um, fill this 5 page. Okay, so in the 1st page, I will fill the 5. So 5 to 4. So I'm then look at the third 3, and here also I need to fill the 3. So here I'm look at the future prediction. 2 have to come in future, 4 have to come future, 5 only not present. Here this 5 will not press. No need to fill at the future turns. So that's why this 5 is replaced with new one. Okay. So next one. And third, so fill. So 2 have to fill, but 2 is already present. That's why I'm marked in a green column. Next 4 have to come. So 4 also presented here. Okay, next 6 page will come here. So in the sixth 6 have to replaced in 3 column. So here, this is the last page, so there is no option, there is no need to check in future. That's why I am filling this 6 near first column itself. There is no comparison because this is the last one. Okay, so that's why I'm fill this 6 in your first column. Okay, here when look at this red color crossed items 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. So that is the total number of page fault by using this optimal method is 7. Total number of page fault is 7. So my answer for this question is optimal page replacement algorithm. My answer is 7. Right. So this is answer. So next we're going to see another problem in the page replacement algorithm. So read out the question clearly. Yeah, system uses 3 page frames. So now we get the idea. So how many frames? 3 page frames, and storing process pages in main memory. It uses the LRU, that is least recently used page replacement policy. Assume that all the page frames are initially empty. What is the total number of page faults will occur while processing the page reference string given below? So page reference is given here, right? So page reference is given here. So 3 page frame is given. Okay, already we know the concept of LRU method, that is least recently used. This which pages you not used for longest time, that page have to be replaced with the new one. That is a LRU method. Okay, so now look, now we solve the question now. So 4, 7, 6. First three are inserted at initial stage. Okay, by initial stage itself, 4, 7, 6 pages inserted. Next one is come here. So here in 4, 7, 6, 4 only not used for longest time. That is the first time only it is used. That's why 4 is 1 is replaced in the place of 4. So 1, 7, 6. Next 7, 6. Both are presented. And also one also not also already presented. 7, 6, 1. This 761 already presented. Okay, next look at these two. Okay, so two here after one is now we are replaced. So 7 only not used for longest time. So that's why in seventh place 2 is replaced. Okay, next look at the next position, that is 7. So 6 is not replaced. So 1, 2 just now we used. 1 is before 2 we are replaced this 1. So not used for longest time is 6. That's why 7 is replaced in the place of 6. Okay, next page is 2. So 2 is already presented. So there is no need to replacement here. So here, what the crossed red color page fault, that is a page fault is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total number of page fault is 6 page. Okay, so here, so this is the question. So total number of page fault is 6. So we get the solution. So here, what is the here the question is given here? No, not and also 1 or 2 times you have to read the question. Total number of page fault only. So total number of page fault 6. So this is the answer for this question. This is the answer. Okay. So next here this question, this is very important question. This is very simple, but this question is all frequently we are going to be asked in from beginning of the year, that is 2001, 2, 3, and 9. So I'm just putting here only 3 years, but very repeated question in GATE. Okay, so here in which one of the following replacement algorithm it is possible for the page fault rate to increase even when the number of allocated frame increases. So the question is, when number of allocated frame, that is a frames, 3 frames, 5 frames, they are given in your question, right? So that's the question. So number of page frames, 3 or 5. So when increases, when the number of frames has increases, page fault is increases. That is a page fault. The question is page fault is increase. Okay, which method? Okay, in following this method, when page frame is increases, so page frame is increases and page fault is also increases. In which method we have to analyze and tell the answer. Okay, so in FIFO methods, so many methods. If you solve the FIFO method in page replacement algorithm, FIFO method, when the page fault is increased, when the number of page frames is increasing, okay, ma. So frames will be increasing, that is 4 to 5, 5 to 6. When the page frames is increasing, and the page fault also increasing. Okay, for example, one problem is given, for example, one string is there. That is in previous problem 172, some problem is right given, right? So these problems are solved in the terms of 3 frames, right? So before we look at the previous FIFO problem here. So look at this string. Okay, well, this string is solved by 5 page. Okay, so same question, if we able to solve the same question with 7 page frames. So here we solve five frames, correct? So the same question, when we try in the 7 frames, the page fault is also increased. Now it is 9 for 5 page frames. There is a 11 fault for 7 frames. So get the idea. You get the idea. So very simple. In one or two problems, you can solve it yourself with the page of when the frames, small number of frames given, and if you get the page fault. And the same problem, if you increase the frames, the page faults also increases. So according to this theory and according to this analysis, we come to we get the solution is FIFO method is matched. That is, page fault is increased. That is, when page fault is increased when increasing the frames. So FIFO method is okay. So apart from rest of this 3 method, FIFO is correct one. Right. So next, this is also MCQ questions. Okay. So MCQ question: consider your virtual memory system with FIFO page replacement policy for an arbitrary page access pattern, increasing the number of page frames in main memory will. So here the question also from the algorithm FIFO, replacement algorithm FIFO. So already I told in page replacement 3 is very rapidly they are asking. One of the method is FIFO. So in FIFO method in question, here the increasing the number of page frames in main memory will same previously. Okay, previous question, if you read, both the questions are similar, but the way they are asking is different. Okay, so page frames has increased. What about the page fault? Only this is the question. Okay, so the question is page fault is increasing. What about the page fault? Page frame is increasing. What about the page fault? So read out this all the solutions. Always decreases the number of page fault. Page fault is decreasing. Always increasing. Sometimes increasing and sometimes decreasing. Okay, so never affect. Okay, one never affect. This is the option. So we already know in FIFO method, page frame is increasing, then page fault is increasing. That is the choice B. So both the questions are same. So page fault is increasing and that is the page frame is increasing. Always increase the number of page fault. So this is the truth or algorithms under the Belady's anomaly method. Okay, that is incrementing the number of page ROMs. That's not always decrease the page fault. So both the questions are same thing. That is a similar one, but the way they are asking only different. Okay. So next question. So here this 3 MCQ are somewhat, that is 4, 5, and here this future both these three are very similar. Okay. So here when we read out this, so here the sixth question, in page replacement algorithm, add information more frames may cause more page fault. That is, more frames may cause more page fault. Referred as which method, which algorithms. So same thing. So before two questions, we are facing this problem only. When page frames is increasing and the page fault is increasing. So which method? Belladis anomaly. This in this also I'm in explanation, the frames increasing, page fault increasing. This is the Belladis anomaly method. So my answer is B, that is Belladis anomaly method. Okay. So seventh question here, the system uses 3 page frames for storing process pages in main memory. So 3 page frames. So in given data, my data is 3 page frames and it uses FIFO method. What is the total number of page fault? Okay, and also calculate one more thing, we have to calculate the hit ratio and miss ratio. So this is the one of the we know how to calculate the page fault only. Here one more added topic is hit ratio and miss ratio. So here, so very simple. Here total number of references 3 strings and frames is 3. Okay, 4 when 4 will come, it 4 will placed on the first slot and second is filled on the second. 6 is filled on the third slot. So 1 is come here. So comes in your picture. 1 need to be replaced any one thing. So here 4 only comes and the first, that is the previous in first thing 4 only come. That's why the 4 is replaced. 1 is replaced in the place of 4. So next 7. So 7 already here. So there is no need to fill. That's why I'm cross symbol. Next 6 is comes. So 6 also present here. Next 1 is come. 1 also present here. Next 2 will come. So here 7. So 7 is initially filled. That is the second place 7 place. That's why the 2 is replaced in the place of 7. So because of the instead of 7, I'm filling 2 here. So next 7 here, 7 will come here. So 6 comes initially. That's why it's in 6th place the 7 will frame will be filled here. So next page is 2. 2 is already presented. So there is no need to fill. Here the total number of page fault 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. So total number of page fault occurred in this FIFO method is 6. So I am getting this answer, page fault 6. So next my question, hit ratio and miss ratio. Right. So calculating the hit ratio. There is a formula to calculate hit ratio, that is total number of references minus total number of page fault or page misses. So we know 10 references 10 and page fault is 6. So 10 minus 6 we get 4. Okay. Again the hit ratio formula, actual formula is this is total number of page hits divided by total number of references. So it's how many hits? 4. 4 divided by 10. 0.4 or 40%. So 40% is hit ratio. Okay, well, next miss ratio. So total number of misses are a miss ratio. We need to find out the total number of page misses divided by strings. Okay. So total number of misses, that is the page fault is 6. So 6 divided by 10, 60%. Okay, well, otherwise, so here, this is one of the method. Otherwise, we have to calculate one miss ratio is 1 minus hit ratio. So 1 minus hit ratio is 40. So 1 minus 0.4, we get 0.6 or 6%. So here we have once if we have to calculate in this way, otherwise we calculate in this way. But both answer is same. So hit ratio method, total number of page each divided by references. Misses 1 minus hit ratio, we get the answer. So right. So this is a 7th question. Method. If we going to solve the method is FIF method, but additionally we need to calculate the hit ratio and miss ratio, right? So hit ratio and miss ratio forms given. So miss ratio, one thing, the two alternative way is given here. So which one is suitable for you? Uh, you have to solve by any one method. I hope everyone got the clear idea on this topic page replacement algorithm. Thank you.